Hello everyone and welcome to this week's frugal grocery haul. I'm Kristen here at Joyfully Thriving, showing you how I shop for my family of 6 on a budget by shopping the sales. For those of you who are always concerned about, oh, it looks so lopsided, or I didn't buy enough produce, or I didn't buy enough chicken, or I didn't buy enough of this, well, don't worry. Today's haul is pretty much a lot of chicken and produce and dairy because, those are the things I stock up on. I have a monthly budget of $525 for our family of 6, and I stretch that by having a stockpile with a lot of my pantry staples. And then when I see a good deal, I stock up, especially on meat, like you're going to see. So then you don't have to see me buying those things every week. It's a different strategy for some, but I hope by watching these hauls, it will help you think outside the box and start stocking up on sales too. I'm going to show you 2 hauls first from Kroger. The first one I did was actually last week from Kroger, but all of those deals are still going on except for the Johnny Pops. That was the weekly deal last week. Everything else is still good and going on. I have a quick Walmart haul where I ran in with the kids to get some things, and then this week's Kroger haul. So let me show you everything I bought for my family, and then we'll talk sales, we'll look at the ads, we'll talk where my totals are, and we'll look at menus too for the week. But let's get to the groceries first. I was getting ready for faculty party, which is why you're going to see lots of chips in this one, but I'll explain. So we host teachers once a month, and this is our final one of the year. Needed a couple things to fill in for the appetizers and things I prepared. So first I went to Walmart, and I did both of these to compare prices. I started at Walmart and grabbed milk, $2.50, grabbed some limeade mix, $1.68. I use that in some frozen drinks. I make a chili dip, which is really good and easy, but the Hormel chili was $2.99. And I just couldn't do it. So we're going to try the Wolf brand for it this time. It was just over $2, so a little cheaper there. And then this is going to go with some raspberry jam to make a glaze on some smoked cream cheese. So doing that as well. And it was cheapest there, $1.43. Peppers were 68 cents, so was the cucumber. They were out of the 2 pounds of carrots, so I grabbed 1 pound, $1.26. I used to buy the 5 pounds, but we're just not going through them that fast. With kids and braces, they can't chew carrots as well. So yeah, Lily and I are the ones who eat those. And then lettuce for $1.86, I think. I was going to buy the shredded lettuce. We're doing walking tacos this time, but I just couldn't pay $3.86 for so little lettuce, so I'm going to cut it up myself and save some money. Spent $16.65 at Walmart, and then went down to Kroger. And by the time you're seeing this, it will be a new ad, but these deals should all still be going on with the exception of the Johnny Pops. This was a weekly deal that I had not noticed. It was not in the flyer, but it was $2.99 for these. We've never tried them. You get 8 popsicles. These were the last 2 boxes, so it must be popular, but I went ahead and grabbed these here. I figured the kids would like those for a summer treat. So that deal is done, but everything else should still be going on with the clip your digital coupons, and you get it for up to 5. So I grabbed 3 of the Croys at $2.99 each. The limoncello is my favorite. I needed some wheat thins to go with our smoked cream cheese, and these were the cheapest option. The family size was $2.69. Name brand was $3.49 for a smaller box. So we're doing that this time. Grab some tortilla chips, $2.69 for the regular large bags. Pop chips were on sale, $1.99. We have friends who can't eat a lot of different things with allergies, but that they can't eat, so grab some for them. And Nathan and I have really started enjoying those as a healthier potato chip option. And then had to grab some grain-free potato chips. Those were $2.99 with a coupon. Again, if you like those Siete chips, all of them this week, you can clip the coupons, $2.99. And then the chocolate is also for the friends, $3.49. It's interesting because it's $3.79 normally. This is a huge chocolate, no refined sugar, no cane sugar, sugar alcohols, all the different things, no soy, no lectins, organic. And again, the friends can eat this, so grab 2 bars of that for them as a treat since they can't eat some of the baked goods I am baking. So $3.49 with the digital coupon. You can do that up to 5 times. Apples were actually, it was 5 pounds for $5. This was not advertised, but they had this tag on, and it was Pink Lady. So grab that. That was cheaper than the other apples I was going to grab. Crazy Richard's peanut butter is $1.99 this week again, and this is just peanuts and nothing else. So yes, starting to stock up more on that. And then raspberry jam, the one Kroger, not all of our Krogers, but the one Kroger stocks this. It is $3.99 normally, and it's just a jam like I would can. Sugar, raspberry, lemon juice, pectin, which is what I want in my jams, and it's even seedless. So grab 2 of those, $3.99. It's cheaper than Walmart generic, it's cheaper than the Smuckers, and it has just what I wanted. Plus, I had $1 off digital coupon, so it was $3.49 a jar. My kids really prefer raspberry and blackberry jams. They are not strawberry or grape people, so that's what I buy. And then saw this. It just looked good for, again, with teachers, the key lime pie, Oliver Winery, and it was $4. So grabbed one of those. So for everything at Kroger here, yes, it's a lot of chips, but again, most of these purchases were for entertaining as we host teachers one last time for our break before the summer, and I spent $63.60. This total from Kroger will start off my June shopping. The Walmart trip is going to end up my May shopping. We'll talk more about that at the end, but that's my shopping to start out the week. And here's the current for real ad from this week at Kroger here. I'll show you all the deals and the ads in a minute. Like I said, everything you just saw at Kroger still is going on, but this week we had at our Kroger a buy one, get one free on all Tyson chicken. So that meant the boneless, skinless breast instead of $4.49 were $2.25. Thrilled with that price. Yes, I bought 21 pounds of chicken. I always try to match them up very closely with weight. So this one I got lucky on a couple. They were really, really close, 333 and 338 there, so that I'm saving the most on all of those. Then I got some more applesauce cups, $1.99 with the digital coupon. I'm starting to slowly restock when I see a good deal for school lunches. Milk was $2.50, so grabbed a gallon of that. Plus I had a digital coupon for 65 cents off. The Kroger cereals are marked down to $1.99, slight rollback. Plus, I bought a deal for $2 off any cereal. So basically, that was free for me. I mean, I paid out of pocket, but I'll get that credit. Grapes this week were $1.49, green and red, so I grabbed some of those. I also grabbed some toothpaste, a sensitive toothpaste. I had a $3 off coupon, so it was actually $2.49, which is an amazing deal for that. 2 pounds of carrots at, I believe it was $2.29 because I was there. And then 5 pounds of Pink Ladies again at $5. Love that deal. And my kids, we're going through a lot of apples right now. They like them for snacks or with lunches, apples and peanut butter. So we've been doing all of that. So that's everything I got at Kroger. And then I went next door to CVS. I looked at a couple of the deals this week and I just decided, you know what, I'm going to use up my extra care bucks. It's summer. I don't really have the bandwidth to work on rolling deals. So I spent my $3 and got the pads for free. They were $2.99. Paid with a gift card for the tax, which was out of pocket, paid with a Fetch gift card. And then some of the things I made this week for those of you who asked, yes, I do make my own bread. So when I bake a loaf, I keep some out for lunches and then I stick the other loaf in the freezer. And then I made crock pot yogurt again. We already ate a little bit at lunch, but I've got 2 more jars. And then one of the things I made this week was pumpkin muffins for breakfast. And again, those are almost gone after everything going on. Ran into Walmart after swim lessons because we are trying to figure out summer lunches and found this Natural Choice lunch meat, which I felt was a great deal. $3.14 for, no preservatives, no nitrates, no artificial ingredients, et cetera, et cetera. And my kids had asked for turkey. Emma was asking that, so grab that. And then this one was a little more expensive, $5.11, but it was chunks of ham, which I thought my husband would really enjoy that this summer too. So I did pay a little bit more and splurged on that. I was out of baking powder, so just grabbed one of these, $1.98. Cheaper to buy a whole bunch at Sam's, and I will add that to my Sam's list for next time, but was totally out, so needed that. And then grabbed a gallon of milk, $2.50, to make some more crock pot yogurt because we are down to our last batch. So I've saved some from the last batch I made, and now I'll use that to make a new batch. So for everything here, it was $15.85 for those 5 items. Yikes. I hope you can see why I was so excited about that haul. So 21 pounds of chicken, that total was $75.31 for everything there from Kroger. If I had bought the exact same things, paying full price at Walmart, it would have been $118 because I was able to basically get the chicken for $2.49 a pound versus $3.57 a pound at Walmart. So that's a lot of savings. Stocking up on meat, even when you can find it on sale or marked down, it saves you so much money. Plus, it means you don't have to buy it every week. So for people who are always concerned, they're saying, you're not eating meat. No, we're eating meat pretty much every dinner we are, but I'm buying it when it's on sale. So you don't have to see me spending full price every week because I stock up when it's on sale. So I spent $63.60 the first time at Kroger, $75.13 the next trip, and then Walmart was $15.85. So already in the first week of June, I've spent $154.76 out of my monthly $525. It's summer, kids are home, lots going on. We have swim lessons, just lots of activities. I'm not quite in my meal groove yet of meal planning and all of those things, but I'm doing best to shop all my sales and figure out things that work to feed my kids when they're always active and hungry and home all the time. So let's look at the Kroger ad first, and then we'll talk meals of what's going on this week. There are just a couple things I wanted to point out in this flyer so you can see the full ad too. Here's the Kroger ad, which is good from June 4th through June 10th. We are moving right along. All right, again, they're offering bonus fuel points. In my area, it's 2 times this weekend. Make sure you clip the digital coupon. It's a great way to earn fuel points. 2 pounds of strawberries are $2.99. That's a good deal, $1.50 a pound. You could also get raspberries for that same price. We have some strawberries we've been picking from our garden, so I skipped on that deal. We have chicken, buy one, get one free. And again, this was Tyson all varieties at our store. Check your front. Meat varies the most by region, so that's something to pay attention to. Ground beef, $3.99 a pound, which is an okay price these days. $1.49 for peaches. Pop sales are still going on, buy 2, get 2 free, so basically half off. The Lay's potato chips, 4 for $10. You do have to buy 4 bags, and it's $2.50 each. And then we've got salmon for $7.99. Got a couple more summer deals, your barbecue sauce, ice cream. Buy one, get one free is still going on with the Thomas English muffins or bagels, as well as popsicles and Magnum ice cream bars there. And then cereal is buy 2, get 3 free. So if you like those cereals, basically take the cost of 2 boxes and then divide it by 5, because you're going to get 5 boxes here, and see if that works out to a good deal. Depending on what cereals you like, that might be a good time to stock up here, especially with kids home for summer. Frozen meals, 4 for $10. And then weekly deals. Remember, yes, clip the digital coupon for those of you who are new, and you can use it up to 5 times in one transaction. We've got Oscar Mayer deli lunch meat, $3.99, and Clausen pickles. There's the grapes, $1.49. That was a fabulous deal. Powerade, $4.99. We've got the bags of Tyson frozen chicken, various sizes, $6.99. Cheese, 32 ounces. You know this is my favorite deal, but you should be proud of me because I skipped it this time. Our fridge is full of cheese. $5.99 for 32 ounces. That's a great deal. $1.50 per 8 ounces is my stock up price. Then there's more weekly deals. We're going on. We've got the bacon, $4.99. That's a little higher. Donuts, $5 right there. Pizza, $3.99. We've got paper towels, $5.99 for big rolls. That's a good deal there. Angel soft tissue. Pure protein shakes, $4.99. Coffee right here, $7.99. We've got bags of chips, and you get 18 bags here for $7.99. Kroger ice cream and the ice cream sandwiches, and I believe it was a couple varieties of those ice cream sandwiches, $1.99. Cucumbers and tomatoes, $2.49 for those little snacking ones. Artisan bread, $2.49. The larger party size bags of Doritos and the 6-pack bottles of pop, $3.99, and sunscreen, $8.99, as well as those candles. We've tried there's one that smells like a cinnamon roll, and it is very good. I will say that. All right, this deal is going on from last week. So if you used your coupons last week, you can use them again or clip a new one. Just double check to make sure they are clipped. So all of those deals you saw in my first haul with the LaCroix and a bunch of the crackers, the pop chips, all those type of things, they are still going on this week. There are so many more that aren't even included. So it might be worth just scanning through your coupons to see what you see. The sale will be going on for 1 more week, most likely. These tend to be running in 3-week cycles. We've also got pizza, Jack's Pizza, 3 for $10. Apple juice went back up, 2 for $5. We have tortilla chips, $1.99. And then some of our drinks here, buy one, get one free. 10 for $10 on the sparkling ice, 10 for $10 on the soap as well. A couple other meat and fruit deals over here. We've got some sausages for $3.49 right there. I did notice the large bags of French fries, the 5-pound bags, were on sale as part of this deal. But it's a slightly cheaper price at Sam's. If you don't have a Sam's, it's a pretty good deal for those if you need to stock up on fries with your grilling this summer. And that's our Kroger ad this week, which will go through June 10th. All right, so lots of deals going on at Kroger. Like I said, the first 2 hauls you saw, these deals should all be going on because it's a 3-week sale. And most likely, we should see most of them continue on next week. I don't want to guarantee anything, but they have been running in 3-week sales cycles now at Kroger. So if you want to stock up once more, you could do it 5 times this week and then 5 times next week as well. I might go back on a couple of those deals next week. We'll have to see, so stay tuned. My budget's going quickly in the summer. I did do all my receipt apps. So when I got home, I took them on Receipt Hog, Coin Out, I did Fetch, and I did Ibotta. And the most I got this time was actually on Ibotta, thanks to that $2 coupon that I had. But I make it a practice to do those every time. I'll leave links to all of those below. Fetch is definitely my favorite because it's so simple, like you don't have to look for anything. But Ibotta can have some really high value rewards. In fact, I haven't cashed out in a while, and I just was able to cash out for a $25 Kroger gift card, which arrived within minutes. You can actually cash out for cash too in Ibotta, which is nice, but I decided to do a $25 Kroger gift card, and I'm gonna roll that into my shopping this month to help balance out a little bit of those summer shopping purchases. So thrilled with that. Again, if you wanna see a video where I talk more about all the coupon apps, I'll leave a link to that below as well. Now, menus for our family here. On Sunday we ate enchilada casserole, and yes, links for all the things are below, as always, anything I mention. I'll try to leave them there. If I ever forget, just ask and I'll make sure to leave a link. Or I do have a website, joyfullythriving.com, and I have a search bar there so you can search for most of these recipes. I'm trying to get them all up there. Most of them already are for our family favorites, like enchilada casserole, which was Sunday, we ate that. On Monday we did marinated chicken breasts on the grill. We just threw them on the grill with baked potatoes and some broccoli. Tuesday we did hamburgers and french fries. Wednesday was a different grilled chicken, a different marinated chicken on the grill, just because I got all this chicken. Thursday, leftovers. I always try to include leftovers once a week. Kids may not love it, but I don't want food going to bad or went to waste, so I always make sure to have a leftovers night in there. And then on Friday we're gonna do chicken fajitas, or the kids they don't like all the seasoning on it, so I'll probably just grill some of it plain for them. So we're heavier on chicken this week, but that's just because it was on sale. The rest of it is gonna get prepped for the freezer. I freeze it, I trim off all the fat and put it in about 2-pound bags. Some I cook and prep for poppy seed chicken, but I just find it easy to prep it all now instead of freezing it in those larger containers. It just makes it a lot easier, and future me is always very thankful when it comes time to do dinner because I have chicken prepped. All right, those are all the deals this week, menus, all the things. Again, I know shopping the sales, it's a different strategy. It is very different for some people. If you did not grow up this way, it takes a while to get used to it, I'll be honest, because if you don't have a stocked pantry, you have to keep purchasing some things at regular price to build up that stocked pantry. But once you have that stocked pantry, then you're able to just focus on the sales. And long term, this will save you so much money. It might not seem like it the first week or two, or even the first month or two, but the more you shop the sales and the more you do it, the more money I am convinced you will save. If you have any questions, of course, ask me in the comments and let me know as well your best deals. Before I go, I should mention that for the summer, I am doing a little bit of a slow down summer, and I am only going to be posting 2 videos a week instead of the 3 I've been doing for the past couple months because I have 4 kids, ages 5 to 11. We're busy. I want to be able to just enjoy that time with them as well, and that's the bonus of working from home and running a YouTube channel and all the things that I can slow down a little bit. So I won't be here on Saturday, but I have plenty of other videos, and if you want to check out one of those, you can just click up here on the screen or tap on the next video to watch one of those in the meantime. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.